in this video, we're going to show you how to hook up the camper to shore power. So in this case, we're just running an extension cord from our house. So we're just using a 110, 15 amp, but campsites will probably have a 30 amp hookup. The cable is here underneath this bed. And in this case, we'll be using this adapter to plug into like a regular outlet, this extension cord we have here. But typically at a campsite, you're probably going to be using the 30 amp plug. Plug this end in, and then you just plug the camper in. And that's So when you plug it in, you'll see a green light. And green light will come on. And that's how you know it's set up and that you're good to go. That's it. So in this video, we're gonna go over how to turn on the AC. In order to run the AC, you either need to be connected to shore power or you need to be running the generator. To turn it on, you're gonna come over to the brain for the camper here. It's usually on home screen. You're gonna hit the little thermometer, then you just turn it on. I mean, so you can set the temperature this way. So right now we have it set to cool auto, so it will turn on and off in order to maintain that temperature, or you can just have it on all the time if you prefer. And then you can adjust the fans back here, pretty straightforward. Open, shut, and then these swivel around too. That's all there is to it. Alright, so we're going to talk about the propane heater for the camper. So we'll come over to the brain here. We're going to want to turn the water pump on because we want to heat the water. We're going to want to turn the tank heaters on to get some warm water. And we'll also need to make sure the propane is on. There's only the hard switch on the outside to make sure that's the case. So once we got those going, we'll come over here. And in this cabinet, you have like a little thermostat to run the propane heater, which is this thing. So you click this button once, and that kind of wakes it up. This is the heat for the inside of the camper. This is the heat for the inside for the water. So if, let's say we want to keep the camper at 60 degrees during the night, we'll just crank that up to 60, click it in, and then as long as the fan is on, it'll maintain that temperature. You come over to the fan here, click in, you can do eco, which just runs when it needs to. High will run the fans a little bit harder. And then same with the water, you just click it in, turn it to eco, you can turn it to hot. Yeah, so that's how you heat the water.
And the van.
And the bin. Alright, so in this video we're going to talk a little bit about the solar and the batteries. So there's two solar panels on top, so on a nice sunny day, you'll see this light on. That means the solar panels are working and charging the battery. If you click on this, so this says the battery's, I don't know, like 3/4 of the way full, I guess. That'd be full, half, and then 1/4 left. As long as the battery has 12 volts, if you see more than 12 volts on here, usually you should be good. And that will do things like charge your phone. If you want to use the regular 110 volt outlets, you just have to turn on the inverter, which is just click this in, you'll see the light come on. So now the outlets are working. And then if you want to turn the batteries off, maybe that you're worried about them draining or getting depleted or whatever, you just turn this off, and then that turns the batteries off. But then, so you'll have no power if you do that, unless if you're on shore power. So just keep that in mind, if you have stuff in the fridge or things like that. But that's it for the solar and the batteries. Turn that back on.